rising in his throat.
"Landry!"
He straightened at the sound of his name and marked Godfrey's approach. A faint breeze stirred the commander's wheaten hair, and sunlight gave his pale eyes a ghostly look. He was tall, bearded, his face lined from years of combat and journeying. Tancred followed a pace behind, an angry gash on his cheek making him appear even more gaunt than usual. The sun's glow lent a reddish tinge to his closely shorn hair and beard. He wasn't as tall as the commander, nor as brawny as Landry himself, but he possessed a keen wit and the bravery of 10 men.
"Brother Draper has made inventory of our provisions,"
Godfrey said, halting before him.
"We have enough for a few days, perhaps a week, if fortune smiles on us. That would be a change,"
Tancred muttered. Godfrey cast a disapproving glance his way.
"Brother Tancred wishes to make land somewhere to the north, perhaps Sidon." "We can replenish our stores," Tancred said, sunlight in his blue eyes.
His gesture indicated the others on the ship, those who weren't Templars. Blood stained his fingers.
"Maybe we can see some of these people to safety. And we must find a healer for Gawain. He might never walk again if we don't."
Landry considered them both.
"Do we have gold? Silver? Anything we can trade for food?"
Godfrey and Tancred shared a look.
"We have our weapons," Godfrey said, "and our armor. The rest was lost with the other ship."
"With the Grail." Guilt flickered in Godfrey's expression. He would be blaming himself just as Landry did, as all their fellow Templars did, brothers in defeat as in victory. Landry forced his thoughts past Acre. Stopping at Sidon struck him as extraordinarily dangerous, but he kept his expression neutral. "What do you think of Tancred's suggestion?" he asked Godfrey.
"I fear for us all if we don't find a safe harbour within a few days. But I do not believe Sidon is that place. It has the virtue of proximity," Tancred said. "Small communities of Christians remain there. We can sail in under cover of night, gather provisions, and be on our way." "The danger is too great, and there are too few of us,"
Godfrey said, exasperation in his tone. Landry sensed that this wasn't the first time he had made this argument.
"We would be putting the others at risk. Gawain is a Templar," Godfrey said, his voice rising. "His faith in the Lord is strong. By his grace he will endure." "God's grace will not be enough without a healer's care." Godfrey faced Landry again. "I would know your thoughts on the matter. Tancred has made his clear. If you agree, I'll heed his counsel and we'll make for Sidon."
"Where would you have us go?"
"There is a hospitaller fortress at Colossae on Cyprus."
Tancred's eyes widened.
"Cyprus? That would take us days."
Godfrey silenced him with a raised hand.
"It lies near the southern shores of the isle. Naturally, I would prefer to find Templars, but given our plight, I believe we can convince the Hospitallers to shelter us. We'll secure more food, maybe even reinforcements."
He looked at Tancred again.
"They'll have healers." "It's too far."
Godfrey turned away from him.
"What say you, Landry?"
Landry took a steadying breath and regarded both men, unsure of how to answer. Considering their meagre provisions and Gawain's wound, Cyprus did strike him as too far, just as a landing at Sidon struck him as too perilous for such a small contingent of knights. They were caught between bad choices. But for more than half his life, Godfrey had been his guardian and mentor. Over the years, Landry had learned to trust his judgment, even in the most dire of circumstances. "Forgive me, Tancred," he said at last, "but I must agree with Godfrey. Sidon will not be safe for us. Not compared to Colossae. The Hospitallers may not be our allies, but they are Christians. Despite our differences, we are united in our devotion to God. They'll offer us aid, and they'll minister to Gawain. Yes, Cyprus is far, but with a favourable wind we can be there within the week."
"A week might be too long. You saw his wound. A landing at Sidon could kill us all." "Enough," Godfrey said.